All right, so welcome back to the second session, right? So in the former session, we were able to install Astra again. So we said we wanted to design a real estate site or something like that, right? So we installed Astra, we imported the template, then we started editing with Elementor before we stopped. But can we hear me and can we also see my screen, please?
Yes, we can hear you, and we can also see your screen.
All right, thank you. So before the session ended, somebody asked a question, a very valid question that, okay, how do you protect your site from hack, right? If you're using WordPress. Then I started explaining by one of the reasons why companies prefer to use WordPress is because WordPress in itself is relatively safe, right? The way WordPress has been built, it's been built to keep your website safe. As long as you update your plugins, you are not using a suspicious plugin, you are not, your site has SSL and stuff like that. It means your site is, most likely secured, right? Then some good practices also. Then what other thing again? Yeah, so in itself, WordPress is relatively safe. But then you would agree with me that all website can never be 100% safe, right? It's just about finding loopholes here and there, right? So, but in its own part, WordPress is relatively safe. But there are some plugins that you can use to extend the functionality of your WordPress site. It means other than the security WordPress provides, you want to go another level to better what's it called, protect your site, right? So you can consider where is this one again? You can consider plugins like, let me see if it is still in use. It used to be WordFence, that's the name. So I want to see if it is still active. Is it now that network now wants to start but what I'm saying is not echoing, right? Because this page is not really loading. Is my audio clear?
Yeah.
You said what? Hello? Hello? Okay, so here's the thing,
I
right?
can't see you from this. You can't see your screen from this angle here. You
Yeah?
can't see it, and you can't hear you. It's cracking somehow. I
Okay,
think it's the
you know what
network.
would happen? I want to quickly switch my network, right? So I'm switching that while still online. So I might just, flick out for a few seconds. So please, just remain online. Let me just quickly switch. Then might just flicker for a bit. Um, okay, the switch is done. But this is still showing connection lost, even though I have switched. Let's see. Yeah, this should be fine now, but I'm still seeing this. Well, I want to reload now, and hopefully. All right, so I'm back. Can we hear me now, please? Hello, I'm back. Can you hear me now, please? Can we hear me? Oh, why is it?
Yes, I'm hearing you clearly.
Thank you
Even your
very,
scream, I was seeing it very clear. I think it's your own network.
thank you very much. Oh, because I don't know why they were just. I was now wondering if I said something wrong.
Yeah,
But
no, the screen is showing now. It happens to me last three lessons when my
oh,
network was misbehaving. I find it
oh,
difficult to view your screen.
oh,
Yes, but
okay.
today the network is good.
Okay, but
Screen
now
has
you,
been on. I'm seeing it.
oh, you can see it now, ba? Then as I'm currently
It's
here,
very clear. Today when you
oh, okay, thank you very much. All right, so I was talking about that security thing. So I said if you want to still go further and protect your site also, you can just go to your plugin, then add plugin, then hopefully I still remember the name, this correct spelling of that thing. I think it is Word or Word. I'm not sure. Let me Word fence. I'm contemplating between here. See it here. So it is word fence. Yeah. You can see it says firewall, malware scanner, two-factor authentication, and comprehensive security features, right? So this is one of those plugins that people use to further protect their site. Please let's mute. So it won't be distorting the audio when you're watching the video. Yeah, so you can see, and over 5 million websites have actually installed this thing. You can see over 5 million. That will tell you the number of persons using WordPress. This is just a fraction. Yeah, so for that person that asked that question, you can use plugin like this. There are other plugins that you can use, but I think this one is the most popular, right? So you can consider that. Who was that person? Williams, please, can you unmute?
Yes, I'm the one. I'm the
So
one.
you are good now, Abi?
Yes, yes, yes.
All right. Okay, so let's move now to. Okay, I think that's the last thing about this bit. So let me quickly. Let me remove this person's logo here before they now sue me for. What do they even call that thing, self? Is it infringement? I've forgotten. Privacy. Thank God this thing came up, self. Thank God it came up. So I can quickly mention something that can land your client in jail, especially if they are not in Nigeria. Okay, so please remember Nigeria. Yeah, we are getting there, but we are not really there yet in terms of this anything goes kind of a thing, right? Ideally, if you're building a website, your website should have privacy policy, right? Even from the theme you import, privacy policy is always there, but they don't usually make it active on the front end. You can see it here, right? So if I click privacy policy now, this part is very, very important, please. You can see, so this is the part that says okay, as you're using this our website, we are going to be collecting your data, but we are not going to be using it for harmful whatnot, right? That time that they were suing Mark Zuckerberg, right? If Mark Zuckerberg had not maybe a privacy policy on his website, Facebook, right, he would have landed in more trouble. Even though he landed in trouble then, more trouble than he did. The reason for privacy policy is, if anything happens, users can just sue you and say, you didn't even ask me to use my data. You just used my name, my phone number, and where I stay like that without asking me. Are we following, please? Are we following? It's very important we follow this part.
Yes, sir.
Exactly. So this privacy policy is just like a consent kind of a page, right? So if anything happens, you'll be like, they should have gone to the privacy policy page now to see what we are collecting and what we are using it for. So now here's what you do. Every page, every website that you import has a privacy policy there that is not active. So what you can do is you can just go to that your ChatGPT and say, help prepare a privacy policy content for this website. Yeah, you can see effective date, this information we collect, how we use your information, cookies, data security, and all these stuff, right? So since it has the details that I supplied to it before, so it means this is real. So I could just copy this. Then that privacy policy page that I'm editing, I could just highlight everything here. right? Then I'm going to paste this one here, right? Then I'll publish it. So if I click on view page now, so this is the link to my privacy policy page. So when you are editing this your footer part, just add maybe a privacy policy link to somewhere around here, then paste the link to that privacy policy there. It is very, very important. In Nigeria, we don't actually, you don't see stuff like this happen like that. But trust me, an overseas website, these are some of the things that could land those people in trouble. Websites without a privacy policy page. Please, it is very, very important. Privacy policy terms and conditions say, but at least with privacy policy, you are almost good. You understand? So if you can do privacy policy terms and conditions, those 2 pages, right? But oftentimes, whenever you import a template or whenever you're ever creating a site, the privacy policy are always part of, the pages that gets imported for you, right? So if it's there, just edit it. If it's not, just create the page and copy the item from ChatGPT and paste. Then maybe you can create terms and conditions to ask ChatGPT to generate for that company and paste. Then you are good. Are we together, please?
Are we too, sir?
All right, thank
Yes,
you.
we're together.
All right, so on the last part, so I said I wanted to show us how to get premium theme. Then I'm going to walk us through how it is done. Let me see. So this is their Cloudflare thing. Yeah, that's another one. Cloudflare is also a plugin you can use to protect your sites, right? Most sites are, these days using Cloudflare now to protect their site from bots. That one is from bots, right? Because bots are, humans are using bots to hack websites. So once the site that has Cloudflare detects that activity, right, it will give them that puzzle to solve, because bots cannot solve that puzzle yet, right? So it can unblock or it won't allow them to log in. So let me walk you through my own process, right? So if Mr. Sheye now comes to me that, Mr. Shegun, we have a conference coming up for my company, right? We are together, Abi?
Yes, we're together. Yes, sir.
Let me check.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we have a conference coming up for my company, right? So the next thing we need a website. So first, I'll use style to profile that person, that company. Are they big enough? If they are, then I already know the region of what I'm going to quote. But if they are in Nigeria, if they are not in Nigeria, I won't quote in Naira, right? So then I'll be like, okay, what are you people all about, right? Okay, they tell me, okay, I won't tell them my price yet. So I'll ask them, do you prefer a foreign host or a local host? Then I'll explain the local to foreign. Local doesn't mean it is bad. Foreign just means you want the option of selecting where your server is. You understand? Then because of the large infrastructure those foreign hosts use, chances of having a downtime is very, very slim at all. Then I'll give them the option too. I'll quickly go to Hostinger or GoDaddy, but me, I personally prefer Hostinger because it is seamless for me. Some people use Bluehost. Then I'll check the current rate of hosting. Currently, Hostinger is even giving free domain for a year. Then I'll tell the person, okay, for Hostinger, for their hosting, it is 2 what again, self? 2.99 for a basic site, then 3.79 per month for this particular one. Then I'll tell them the difference. I don't need to go into the details, right? That for your business, trust me, this premium one can serve. You know what? Don't let's overcomplicate these things, right? Don't even tell them these much details, right? Just say there is foreign and there is local. Foreign, it will cost around maybe $60, because if you are multiplying this by 12, then with our discount and all, that will probably be around $51 or thereabout, right? So you factor that in there, right? So once they tell you that they want a foreign host, right? So you can now give your own quotation. So you can tell them it's going to be costing you maybe 400,000 for the website, right? It means you factored in how much you are going to pay. Even though my boss will say, let them know how much you are paying for hosting. Me, I prefer not to let them see how much I'm paying for the hosting. It's just my own preference, right? Once they've decided on foreign host, I know how much I'm going to quote. If it is a local host they decide on, I know I won't reach 400,000. I don't mean 400. There are so many websites I've collected upwards of 700, 800 for. You understand? I just mean, what's it called? Hypothetically speaking, just assessing, just giving you an example, right? So let's say it is 400,000, right? For if they are going for foreigners, I'm going to dissect it, right? Hopefully there will be time. Then for local hosts, because if these ones are taking $51 for a year, a fees host or other Nigerian hosts will probably take maybe 30 something thousand or so for a year. So I could say if I were to build this thing for you with a local host, I'll be taking 350k. So it means I've reduced 50,000 from, I'm just giving you an example, right? Then you people can start doing your back and forth. You understand? Just let them have the option of a foreign host and a local host. So if there is now problem with the Nigerian host or whichever one you go with, you let them know that these are some of the things you told them or you warned them about that time, but it doesn't mean the problem is going to be permanent. Usually whatever problem you have, as you've seen already in the group, it usually gets fixed. So if it is like a website that has this plenty traffic every time that people comes to it, chances are that it's best to just go with a foreign host. Are we still together, please?
Yes, yes, together.
All right. So once you've decided on that and you made your quotation, this is how much I'm going to be, costing and all. Now let me dissect. Maybe I'm quoting 400,000, or let's even start from 300,000 for a basic website, business that is not so big. Let's say I quote 300,000 for them. In my head, I'll be like, okay, maybe around 50 or 60,000 will go from hosting. That would leave. Let's go with. Let's do some mathematics here. Let's say I quote 350k. Let's assume. Then hosting and domain. Let's say that one chop. Let's just say 60k. Right? It means my real profit, I'm left with 290k. What I need to process in my head now also is I would need a team, because I don't have the time to start designing from scratch, then using Astra that is not so, it's basic mostly, right? So I'll probably need a team. So now imagine I'm building for a real estate. So I could just come to this Team Forest and search real estate. Or you could just hover on this WordPress area, then you can see different options. So I prefer to do this. So I'll click real estate here. You can see the team. This one is very expensive, $89. It has 57,000 sales. You can see this person is in money already, because you multiply this by 57,000 people, then you multiply by the current rate of Naira. This person is in serious money, right? This one too is $79. These sales, all these ones are expensive. When has Steam gotten this expensive? This one is within my range, right? Even this one is okay, 29, but it might not be as beautiful as all these ones, right? So this one is $49, 4.8k sales, right? Built for real estate. So I could just go ahead. Let me see if there's another one. So there are some other ones also that are not as expensive as those ones. This one is 45. Yeah, this one is $45. Let me click this one. Are we still together, please? We are seeing this page, right?
Yes.
All right. So first thing you do, you can see that me, I'm signed in. It says Shegun Olarewaju 5, right? So you can maybe just create, even if you're not buying anything, just create an account on Team Forest first, because once you've bought the team, they are going to be sending it to your account. I'm going to show you where later, right? So you've clicked on this. You don't just buy, you check if it is what you want. So that place is live preview. So I'll just click on live preview. So 45, who can do the conversion for us? $45 is around how much in naira? We are waiting. $45 is like how much? We don't have anybody that does forex. Eh?
61,650.
61,000, Abi.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, nah. So remove 61,000 from this.
Does anybody have one?
So you probably get close to 230k plus or something like that. For some persons, this is enough profit because this is all you are ever going to buy for this project. For some persons, this is real profit. You understand, right? So I quoted this for that person. I paid all these things because I don't want to stress myself. If I want to stress myself, I'll just use Astra, then I'll keep 61k to this one. So it means profit will be this one. Well, trust me, when you are good, right, how much you command for a website will depend on you and will depend on the reach you have, right? Me that I'm complaining one time like that you will tell some people they should bring 500k 400k for websites. Some people will still be raising their eyes and all like that. Nobody reached out to me, like I think late last year. So the person said, he wanted a website to build for somebody, that since he knows I build website now, if I could do it for them and all like that. And when I quoted my usual, only for me to find out that these people are people that are actually using close to 1 point something million and for hosting and domain. Yeah, for you to know how big those people are, they are paying 1 point something million for hosting and domain. How they are doing that is they paid for WordPress hosting, which is close to $300 or I think around $250 or so. They paid for Bluehost hosting also. Then they went for 4 years. So you are doing 1 year that is like maybe $50 something or so. They went for 4 years. You understand? They spent close to, that's without my own money, 1 point something on hosting and domain alone, right? There are some people that are actually that big. So how much you command depends on how they are willing to commit to that project and how you are being able to just profile them and make them see how big you are and how good you are in this particular thing. You understand? So this is not a fixed amount. It just depends on the client. Right, some other clients can come and say, they don't have that much, it's 250,000 they have. If it is 250,000 they have, and genuinely that is an upcoming business, right? And maybe they say they want Nigerian hosts, and you spend maybe 35k on hosting, then maybe for team. Maybe you decide to use that RealBiz that Mr. Paul gave you, right? You now know how to edit RealBiz very well. You looked for their niche. It is inside the several niche in there. So it means you are not spending anything on premium thing because the RealBiz service here. Let me show you guys where the RealBiz is. Can anybody help me with the spelling of the RealBiz? I've forgotten.
R-E-O-B-I-Z.
B-I-Z. Okay. Thank you. So let's
REBIO.
R-E-O-B-I-Z.
Exactly, it's here. See it here. You can see how much it is going for, $59. So if you had bought the RealBiz, you would have paid for this, right? So now imagine you are not going for the RealBiz now. So this is, the amount you're paying and you are using the RealBiz. It means 35k from the 250 that they paid itself. That's still leaving you with 215k. Right? So it doesn't mean there are some people that is their own business model where they are only attending to high-end clients, right? There are some times we say you just reason 150k, 200k is still okay for a website that can design in 4 or 5 days and all like that, right? So it's just to profile your client as much as possible to be sure you are not counting their money in their pocket, but at least you are looking out for yourself also in trying to know how how much you are willing to commit to a website project, right? So that's how basically me I do my own. Just look for a theme that is not as expensive. You can even go for please always be attentive here. See, Riobi's Consulting WordPress team. This one, even though it is Riobi's, it's not WordPress. This one is for those people that are coding and they don't want to design. Maybe they are doing Python and they want to add front end to it, but they don't want to design this page. You can see HTML. So please always make sure the theme you are getting has WordPress in it. Very, very important. All right. So let's say, remember I clicked on live preview. Let me go back to that page. So I clicked on live preview. So this is a live preview. So it means this is how your website for that real estate, which is very, very beautiful, right? You won't even get an Astra team that will give you this functionality, right? That has all this stuff where they can set price and all these things, right? And they can search property, right? This is a very, very beautiful team. You understand, right? And trust me, okay, let me pause on that. I'm going to show us later because some of you might be like, this is looking very complicated and all. There's always a documentation that comes with the theme you buy, right? So let's say, you like this, and they would even give you can see all this arrow drop down under the home. It means if you don't like this home page, they always give you options of plenty home pages, sort of like that Riobi's one. So let's say maybe I click on this, right? So they have plenty options. So it's just for you to, they have like 5 home pages that I can select, right? So once you're okay with this theme, it's just to remember you must have already logged in and signed up, right? You just click add to cart and you pay the normal way you pay. Quantity is this, regular license is okay, right? Then you go to checkout, right? That's basically how it's done. Then immediately you do checkout, you just go to is it your profile or downloads? Let me go to downloads. Yeah, so you will see those what's it called, those products here, right? Immediately you pay for it, you just need to go to your profile, then download. It will automatically start showing here. So if I click on download now, you can see you are downloading all the files and documentation. Then you are downloading the license to it that has the purchase code that you are going to impute when you are installing the thing, right? Then you are going to have the variation of this purchase code also. Then once you open it, inside this documentation, you will see the purchase code. It will be there. Sort of like there is one I got. I don't really know where. Let me see if I can locate. This is a premium theme that I got, right? So I extracted it, then I opened it. Oh, let me re-extract it again. No, not this one. This one. So this is the theme. Once you extract it, this is the theme. This is all what you are going to be getting. Are we together, please?
Yes, sir.
All right. So you can see from this place they said all files and documentation, right? So these are all the files for this particular theme, right? So it means I want to start designing, but the theme is also mega. I don't know where to look. Just enter the documentation that comes with the theme. Then this index one, just open it, right? You can see they are going to be telling you how to install it. This is the name of this particular thing, Job Monster, right? Information, download theme package. They're even telling you how to download it. Requirement. Okay, what should be the requirement on your cPanel? But trust me, if you're using those things, you don't have to worry about all these ones. The standard is set. It's a fees that you might need to tweak these particular ones. They even have, most of them even have a video tutorial. This one is not playing because they built this one 2018, so the video format, the video file is not there anymore. So most of them would even have a video tutorial. See the installation here. Log into your WordPress, install this, do this, do this. Documentation would always have, you can see register purchase code, see where you put it, see where you are going to. They will tell you everything. right? So maybe you want to start editing the home page and all, you can see, right? They'll walk you through everything. So however complicated a particular thing is, the documentation would always do justice to, going about editing the content of that particular page. And since you're familiar with WordPress already, most of the times I don't even check this documentation area, right? Because the more you look, the more you understand interfaces on Customize, WP Admin, and also in Elementor. And also, not all of them actually use what's it called? Not all of them use Elementor, right? Some use other page builder. Don't close your eyes to, you know, other page builders. Let me scroll down on this particular one and see if I can get the page builder they are using. So if it's getting hard to see their page builder, I will just Control F, then I want to search builder. Oh, they are using Elementor. These ones are using Elementor. Let me go back. I'm looking for another one that doesn't use Elementor. Hopefully time will allow, because not all of them uses Elementor, right? There are so many other page builders that are equally very good, like Bakery. Yeah, see the Bakery I'm talking about, right? So this particular team is not using Elementor, it is using Bakery. It's just to explore and see what works for you. And if you are using Bakery and you are using a team that uses Bakery and you're stuck, you just to go to YouTube now and search Bakery page builder, right? You're just going to see so many videos on how to use the Bakery page builder. Remember, now once person you learn something, you understand. So don't shut your mind to only just Elementor. They are equally very good page builders out there. So that's basically how I go about costing, then factoring how much I'm going to be paying for a theme, the hosting, into whatever price I'm giving a client, then how I go about the design phase and all to deliver the project. Any question?
Yeah, Mr. Shegun, I think I have a question here.
All right.
This example you just gave us now, I think there's something you did not put into consideration, the renewal of the domain and the hosting.
Yeah, thank you.
That one happens per year.
Yeah, thank you very much for that. See, as you are telling them they are foreign hosts, just tell them that for renewals every year, it is usually higher than how much you are paying, right? For instance, let me just click this so I can use this to explain. Because even on hosting, the first year they are giving you the domain for free, so it is only hosting you are paying for, right? But they usually put their renewals there. Trust me, in terms of renewals, some would even say, instead of start disturbing ourselves for renewal next year, some will even decide to do 2 years. Like by default, hosting got selected 48 months. So this is how much you are going to pay. 48 months is how many years? 12. That's 4 years now.
That's 4 years.
Yeah. So they are saving you $434, which is why some of them prefer to go for longer. So if you don't want this one, let me just bring it to 12 months. So you are paying $57, right? They are giving you free domain for a year. But now see what they are telling you, renews after 12 months at this for 12 months. 10.99, that's like 11. Let's do the calculation. Say $11 times 12. So it means whenever they want to renew next year, they are going to be paying $135 plus domain. So probably their domain, I don't know how much they are paying for their domain. Let me check. It's usually here somewhere. Let me check. I want to check how much they are selling their own domain. We know domain, buying domain on a .com domain on Afizos is 20K right now. So I want to check how much these ones are selling their domain. So they said type the domain you want. I want to type this .com. Then I want to search. Best value for what are these ones saying? Yeah, this is the amount they are selling their regular domain. You can see. So I want to believe for a year to be around $10. It shouldn't be more than $10. I don't understand why they are putting best value for 3-year term. Or is it because I'm logged in? Am I logged in? Yeah, I'm logged in. Maybe that's why. So their domain will probably be around, let's just say $14. So it means you are going to be adding $14 to this also. So I'll say maybe plus $14 or thereabout. So this is how much they are going to be renewing the two at the second year. So it's best to let them know the burden they are taking upon themselves. You understand, right? Person where they go for hosting, and I may say the person get, he gets small, but he get money. You understand? If not, they will be looking for the option of a Nigerian host. But trust me, some persons will tell you, okay, how much does 2 years cost? Then they will tell you, let's go for the 2 years. And then let me give us a gift, right? In rounding up, let me give us a gift, right? So $57 is if you are buying a 12-month. Are we together, please? Are we together, please? What happened? Hello? Why is nobody responding? Network is on.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, I can hear you. Wait, were you hearing me earlier?
No.
Please.
No, you went off.
How about now? Hello, can you hear me now? How about now? Can you hear me and can you also
I
see
can hear
me?
you now, sir.
Okay, so where did you stop hearing me?
When you're saying
At
2
the
years
point you
renewal,
said, let me give you a gift.
Okay, so we are good. So I said, let me give you guys a gift, right? So 12 months, the price you are paying is 57.46. So if you have a client that wants to do hosting, right? Let me look for that.
See my network.
Let me look for that.
I don't know. This thing is cracking.
Please mute yourself. Yeah. Okay. So the gift is this, right? It says have a coupon code. So coupon code is a way of reducing the price, right? So currently it is 57.46. So if I click on have a coupon code, then I paste this one. So and I click on apply. Hey, yeah, you people are not getting the gift. It can't be applied anymore. Wait, let me go on. Before, this coupon code used to reduce a few quid from the amount. They've discontinued. Okay, usage restriction. Oh, I've given it to too many people. Alright, yeah. So it means you people won't get the gift then. I think in the former video I recorded, I put the coupon code also. So they've exhausted it because the coupon code will probably remove this 7. It will probably leave maybe 51 or 50 there to remove this $7 from it. Yeah, but irrespective of how it goes, just try out stuff. And once you have a client that you've given them the option and they want hosting, just explain some of all these things to them, the implication of the renewals and stuff like that before you go ahead. Any question before we round up?
No, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, how can you get a coupon code as you see? Because the
Coupon
network is
code.
not giving.
Coupon code are usually from like maybe influencers that have used Hostinger before. Then they had some sort of a deal with Hostinger, right? So they are giving their followers some benefits. So if you're looking for a coupon code, just look. You can just make your research. Just go to YouTube, then do maybe Hostinger. Maybe Hostinger, no, Hostinger buying hosting and stuff like that. So you will see several, this guy like a designer or an influencer, like this one now. Yeah, so you can probably check this one. This person just created this 3 days ago. So I'm very sure inside this video you might see a coupon code. Even this one you might see a coupon code. So just go around YouTube. You probably see, yeah, see this one, Hostinger coupon code. So you can just explore. You see some coupon code that will knock off a few dollars from the amount you're seeing. Any other question? Any other question? All right, so if there are no questions, remember while you're designing, either for yourself, for somebody, and your stock, the group is there for a reason. Please do not be scared to screenshot and ask your questions in the group. We are never locking that group. The group is active, right? So always, be free to post whatever issues you have in the group, and we are going to be, looking at it together going forward, right? So officially, this is the last, meetup we'll be having. But the benefits you have now is, so maybe our next web design training now, we are still adding those new ones to the group. So we're still going to be posting their own meetup links in the group. So if you care to join when that time comes to refresh, by all means, you can do that, right? So that being said, this is the end of our today's session, right? So thank you guys for joining. Enjoy the rest of your day. See you guys in the group. So I'm going to be posting so just give me till maybe afternoon or thereabout, right? I'm going to upload the videos to YouTube, then I'll post the two YouTube videos in the group so we can watch and practice with that, right? So yeah, so see you guys in the group, then enjoy your weekend.